January 7th, 2015. A printed agenda is available outside the hearing room, and a copy of the full agenda, including the staff reports, is available at the front of the chambers with the clerk. The Open Meetings Act is posted just inside the doors at the back of the room. Out of courtesy for those attending this meeting, the commissioners and the staff, cellular phone usage is not permitted in these chambers during any portion of this meeting. We appreciate your cooperation. If you parked in the parking garage across the street to the north, the exit gate is open, so you don't need to find a coupon. The first item of business is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held December 10th, 2014. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Call the question?
Weber,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Cornelius,
Yes.
Beecham,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Shear,
Yes.
Poe,
Yes.
Lust.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
All right, at this time, we have a special presentation and special guest whom we'd like to recognize. Marvin Krout's wife, Bunny Krout, and their two children, Dee Dee and Derry, and Bunny's daughter and granddaughter, Andrea and Nava Halpern. At this time, we're going to have Jean read a resolution in honor of the memory of Marvin Krout into the record.
Thank you, and I really appreciate all of you coming. I think this is a great tribute to Marvin, and I really appreciate it. Resolution number PC 01429, whereas Marvin S. Krout led our community's planning process for more than a dozen years as planning director for the city of Lincoln and Lancaster County, coming to Lincoln after serving in similar roles in Wichita, Kansas, and Dallas, Texas. Whereas Marvin Krout passed away on November 20th, 2014 following a brief illness. And whereas Marvin Krout committed his life to putting into action progressive planning principles which bettered the communities he served and enhanced the quality of life for present and future residents. And whereas Marvin Krout steadfastly brought together parties and divergent views in an affirmative and constructive manner with the community's long-term interests always at heart. And whereas Marvin Krout, while serving as the City of Lincoln, Lancaster County Planning Director, worked tirelessly with 28 different commission members during more than 325 regular public meetings, let alone I don't know how many others. There were countless special sessions as well. And whereas Marvin Krout oversaw the successful updating of the City-County Comprehensive Plan and the Long-Range Transportation Plan in 2006 and 2011. And whereas Marvin Krout led efforts to shorten the city's and county's development permitting processes, including streamlining the PUD ordinance, reducing application review times, simplifying sign standards, reducing bond requirements, and decreasing front yard requirements in many commercial industrial districts. And the list could go on, but I won't bother with that because it would go on. And whereas Marvin Krout backed stronger neighborhoods through adoption of enhanced neighborhood design standards, coordination of the downzoning of 8 core Lincoln neighborhoods, preparation of various neighborhood and sub-area plans, and augmentation of the city's landscaping and screening standards. And whereas Marvin Krout promoted the widespread integration of digital automation throughout his planning and development process, such as introduction of paperless applications, the expansion of geographic information systems technology, and he expanded use of the internet as a tool for public involvement and communication. And whereas Marvin Krout brought a positive attitude to the office each day, this in the face of being a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan, and in so doing, he embodied his core beliefs of respect, kindness, and the dignity of the human spirit. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City of Lincoln, Lancaster County Planning Commission, that the appreciation and gratitude of all are hereby extended to the family of Marvin S. Krout. In recognition of his dedicated, loyal, and respected service and contribution to our community as the planning director for the City of Lincoln and Lancaster County, from September 3 of 2002 to November 20th of 2014. Dated this day, 7th day of January, 2015.
All right, this is was an official resolution of the Planning Commission, which means we need to have a motion and a second and a vote on the motion approving the resolution. So do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
I move to adopt the resolution.
All right. Any discussion? I think Jean said it all. So let's call the vote.
Weber,
Yes.
Sunderman,
Yes.
Core,
Yes.
Cornelius,
Yes.
Beecham,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Shear,
Yes.
Poe,
Yes.
Lust.
Yes.
And that motion carries 9-0. Thank you very much.
All right, and now we'll ask for Marvin's family to come forward and receive the plaque from the Planning Commission and a city medallion from Commissioner Baird.
When I first spoke into this microphone some 7 years ago, it was the beginning of my professional relationship with Marvin Krout as a new nominee to the Planning Commission. And I was nervous that day, but being asked to present a medal to you, his family, feels like a much bigger assignment, one that I never wanted because of the reason we're here, but it's such a privilege. The medallion is an honor bestowed upon people who've given great service to the city. Marvin, of course, was that person. I'm here representing Mayor Beitler, but really I think I'm representing all the citizens because Marvin touched so many citizens. I think one of the things that was really marvelous to see in the wake of his passing are all the people who came forward, not just all of us who got to know him very closely, but even citizens who just interacted with him once or twice. A few of those people shared some comments with me. I thought I'd just read a few of them to you all. A gentleman named Nathan wrote and said that this was terrible news. When I first moved to Lincoln about 3 years ago, I was interested in planning as a possible new profession. Marvin took the time out of his busy schedule to meet with me and offered wonderful and insightful advice that I carry with me today. He'll be sorely missed in the Lincoln community. Another citizen, an older gentleman, wrote that he was a true gentleman, and this is a real loss for Lincoln. Another person who attends many of our public meetings but has no official role said, I had the opportunity to talk to Mr. Krout on a few occasions, and he was always nice, intelligent, and treated me with respect. He seemed interested in my ideas, even if they were just ideas. I will miss seeing him, and my heart goes out to his family and friends during this time. All of us, I think all of us, our heart goes out to you all. We miss him, and it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to give you this medal posthumously for Marvin Krout.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for allowing me these few minutes, and that's all I'll take, just a few minutes. But I wanted to mention one aspect, particularly a word that I associated with Marv in his role as planning director, and that was passion. He had such a passion for Lincoln. It was a very personal connection that he had. And it took a great deal of his time and his energy, and I resented it. But now that I see what it wrought, and I can see it everywhere, and when spring comes, I'll really be able to see it. I'm looking forward to that. I'm so glad that he had an opportunity to serve. Thank you.
right, that ends our presentation on Mr. Krout. And so if those of you that were here for that presentation would like to take this opportunity to leave before we move on to the rest of the agenda, you may do so.
Thank you.